So that's the next piece of discussion.
Okay.
Should we debate that point too?
I think you ought to bring it up to see if people want to read it.
Our election rules have always required us to have directed proxies. We've made some mistakes in the past by not enforcing that part of our own election rules. This is no change to the way we've always done things, or the way we've always written our rules. It's the only change is to enforce the rules the way we wrote them. And I think that there is a difference between a directed proxy and an absentee ballot, in that a directed proxy can direct the proxy holder to vote for write-in candidates which do not appear on the absentee ballot. So it allows a proxy grantor to vote for a write-in candidate.
Who has to be named, of course.
Who has to be named on the proxy.
That is the difference.
And that's
Does he?
why I feel they should be directed, and that's why I feel we should still have proxies. Anybody else on that point?
The other half of that, you're all sort of smiling here. The other half of that is to allow a proxy that's not directed. This is a debate point. You give me a proxy to vote however I want to do on election day, or whatever other business is going on. And I walk in and I have your proxy, and I do what I think. You haven't told me that I've got to vote for.
Then you have to be a member.
Then I would have to be a member, absolutely.
It's back to that other thing I just said.
Not the proxy holder.
No,
Wait a
I would
minute,
not.
if you're gonna
No,
vote.
you wouldn't.
Somebody's
I'm
gonna be-
voting your vote, I'm not voting your vote.
You're voting, the proxy votes your
All
vote.
right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So we may have to. But I could do anything I wanted to, because you're not telling me who to vote
Is
for.
that the way we wanna have our association on?
How many questions brought it up? This is the last piece of this discussion, pretty much.
Where are we on this point? How many people think our proxies should be directed? How many think they should be undirected?
I sort of like this.
Okay, that was 1, 2, 3. Directed 4,
4 directed.
5, 6 directed, and 3 undirected.
2 undirected, 1 abstaining.
Well, yeah, I'm going to vote the way the group goes, I'm going to vote.
That's
I just thought it was worth the discussion, that's all. Just to make sure that everybody's thinking through this thing.
I think so
You open yourself up if you...
majority of the people, yes.
So we're going to continue the practice that we've slipped away from, we're going to go back to it, which requires proxies to be directed.
Yes.
I have a question about
And that's the proposal.
Yeah.
Yes, probably.
Excuse me, Steve, are you done? Are you done?
Mhm.
If I didn't want anybody that was on the slate to be elected, and I therefore gave a proxy to somebody, would it be correct to direct it by saying, vote for anybody else except the people that are currently on the nomination? Would that be a directed proxy?
Yeah.
No, what we're saying is you have to name the candidate.
You know, it tells you it's in effect, it tells you all that, but it doesn't tell you what it means. It doesn't say, may vote by directed proxy. It says they may vote by proxy. So, I think that a member could argue that the law precludes directed proxies unless the bylaws say you can only vote by directed proxy. I mean, it's unfortunately the act is silent as to what proxy means.
Seems to me where our statutes are silent, that becomes a subject of rulemaking,
It can.
which is what we're trying to do.
It can.
Make a set of rules to elaborate on the statute and still live within the statute where it's silent.
There's also a